Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Hello and welcome to my video. Today I am teaching you how to do a very simple aperture card. I'm using the timeless Tidings today, but I've made one beforehand with the dashing deer. We're going to just wing it today with the timeless Tidings, but this one I made with dashing deer, and you can see that it has this little aperture cut out here in the middle of the card, and through that you see the deer, and when you open it there's a message inside as well. So it's a really simple aperture, and normally aperture cards are the jurisdiction of people who have big shots and dies, but I wanted to show you that actually you can make a very pretty one with a punch. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'll pop that one over there for the minute. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some thick Whisper white cardstock. Don't use the thinner stuff because it doesn't really have the strength to hold it. And then you're going to need some of the Merry Mistletoe Designer Series paper. This is just 2 sheets that I've pulled out from here. On the back of one it has all the baubles, and this has all the checkered. It's the paper that's in the main annual catalogue, because I haven't really used it very much, so I've used on the deer one. You can see that the paper matches beautifully with the deer, so I thought I'd use that. And then on this one I'm just going to use this pattern. So I'll get my nails underneath it, take those away, don't need those anymore. Okay, so as I said, you're going to take 1/2 sheet of A4 cardstock, so that's just cut in half at 14.9. You're going to fold it in half, use your bone folder to get a nice crease, both sides, there we go. Make sure you have the leading edge, the one that's sticking up just slightly. And then I am using this, which is the Everyday Label Punch. But you could use, it's probably easier if I turn it around this way. You could use really any punch that isn't bigger than the size of the card. That's obviously important. This one punches out this shape, which is quite nice because you can fit quite a lot of our stamps that would fit in that size. But you could also use the tailored tag punch, the triangular looking one, or maybe the pretty label punch would work as well. So any punch, I think, that's a decorative one. You could do it just with a plain oval if you had one of our old punches, but to be honest I prefer the decoration. It gives you a good view, just adds a little bit more interest. So you're going to open one of our punches and you're going to just open up your card base again, and you're going to slide that in as far as it will go. Alright, but you want to make it equidistant from the top and the bottom. So you want to make sure that this bit here is roughly the same size as here, just so that it can go a little bit higher than central, but you just want to make sure you're kind of in the middle. And then you're just going to punch that out, and that now makes a nice hole in the middle of your actual card base. Okay, then I've cut a piece of the Designer Series paper. I've taken this one that's got baubles on one side. I'm actually going to use the red side, and I've cut this to be 14.5 centimetres because that's the width of one of our cards when it's folded in half. And then here this is 6.5 centimetres. And I've done it 6.5 centimetres because when you put it on the side like that, you want it to kind of have the same distance between both edges of this hole. Do you see what I mean? Otherwise, if it was too close over here, it would look a bit weird. It would look too narrow here. So 6.5 centimetres gives you a good good size. Just want to make sure that's flat. Perfect, okay, good. So then I just used a smidge of our Tombow, or multi-purpose glue, multi-purpose liquid glue, as it's nicely known in the catalogue, which is not a mouthful at all. And you see how little I'm using there, hopefully. I don't know actually if you can or not, but you really don't need very much at all because it is a firm sticker. And then you're just going to place that down on your card. Gives you a little bit of wiggle room just to make sure you've got that nicely lined up. Okay, And that's pretty much it. I told you it was simple stamping. Next we're going to do the Christmas tree. So I have some shaded spruce ink here, and this is the tree from, as I said, Timeless Tidings, which is the stamp set that goes with the project kit. And I love the project kit, but I love the stamp set even more. And it's got this beautiful sort of brushy tree in it, so we're going to use that one. Shaded spruce, and I've used shaded spruce even though here it's old olive, because I wanted a nice dark Christmas tree. I think you need a dark Christmas tree. Right, I mean, you could use old olive. It's not, you know, it's not a bad thing. And then you're basically just going to stamp straight through the hole. I'm going to get my head a little closer. There you go. Isn't he cute? Bit squiffy, but he's fine. That's good. And if you wanted to, you could then, you know, add some more second generation behind. Inside you could make a whole thing. But I kind of like having just the single tree showing through. So that's what I'm going to go with. But it's up to you how you would do it. And then I'm going to take the piece that you punched out, and I'm going to put that over here as my greeting on the front. Okay, so I'm going to take this. This is the moment of truth. I'm also going to use shaded spruce again. Or am I going to use old olive? No, I think I'm going to use shaded spruce again. Just keep it nice and simple, and then we're going to do the sentiment now. I can't actually see where this is because I haven't got my stickers on the back, because at the moment we don't put the stickers on the back because they just fall off. So I'm really looking forward to January, when we will have stickers that we can put on the back, which will work with our new cling mount stamps. So I'll tell you more about that when it comes up. But I'm just going to put it down in the hopes that I've got this lined up. There we go. Not bad at all. It's all right, isn't it? Is it a little squiffy? Oh, it's fine. What I basically did, I'll tell you how I did that, just because you're thinking, how on earth did you do that? I measured in my eye between the top of the S and the top of the block, and the top of the G and the top of the block, and I tried to make sure that those were the same, because everything else will then follow. And then when I lined it up, I lined the top of the block up with these two corners here. So that's how I did that, just so you know. And then I feel it needs a bit of bling and a bit of lifting, so I will put some of these beautiful red rhinestones that we have in the catalogue. These are going to go on. I'm going to put one up here, and I'm going to put one down there. And then I'm going to do what I did with the other card as well. I'll show you how I did that. So that's there, lovely. Stick some dimensionals on. You know me, no soggy bottoms. Okay, and that's going to go in the middle. So this could be one of your Christmas cards that you make for lots of people, because actually it doesn't take much time, but it has got that wow factor of having the hole in the centre of it. Now this is the tricky part, because I do want to line these up. I reckon that's about right. Is that looking good? It's not looking bad, is it? Yep, that's good. Okay, and then we're going to take some ribbon, and this is the, what's this, the one, where is it, 3.2mm or 1/8 of an inch solid real red ribbon, and you poke it through the hole like that, and then you tie yourself a bow. Okay, and you can do it pretty much anywhere on here, and if you want you can tie yourself 2 knots, because it's not going to add, it's so skinny ribbon, it's not going to add that much bulk. And if you wanted to, you could just leave it like that as just, you know, a pretty bow, a pretty knot with 2 sides. That's up to you. But I like bows. Don't know if you've realised that. Did you know that? I like bows. I think you probably guessed that by now. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that I'm a bit of a bow aficionado. I do like to have a good bow. In fact, I have a whole video on how to tie the perfect bow. Tigerberry Queen Pip style. There we go. And I like the fact that this allows me to manoeuvre it around. Okay, there we go. I think that's pretty perfect. So then I'm going to chop off the end. Now always hold your ribbon when you're cutting it, because that helps you get a good end. Don't do it loose, if you see what I mean. So hold it. Oh, I must have some glue on these scissors because they're sticking. Not good. Okay, so there's my bow. Actually, I think that bow came out better than that bow. And then I think we need some more bling. So I'm just going to add 3 little rhinestones down here. And the way I've done this is you put the middle one in first, and then you pop the outside ones on. Come on, get under there. There we go. I love this. Oh, I've got 2 now. It's alright, I'm going to use the other one in a minute. I love this new tool. This is your take your pick tool, because you can move them around if you're not happy with them. Like I'm not happy with that, but let's get rid of this one first. This one's going to go on top of the tree, because it always needs a bit of a sparkle on top of the tree. You could obviously move, but see, look, you can actually get in underneath. There we go. Lift it and lift it properly. Oh, now that's a bit high. There we go. That's not too bad, is it? It's not perfect, but you know what? It's pretty darn good. She says, moving it again. It's this one. It's just annoying me. Oh dear. There we go. Right. Okay. So there you go. And how quick and easy was that? Apart from the faffing around with the rhinestones, but you know, that's up to you if you want to do that. But a very simple Christmas card. You could make a lot of them all in one go, because it wouldn't take, let's just clear this mess up. It wouldn't take you very long. This one I did exactly the same. I just changed the paper here. I put the red behind at 6.5, and then I cut this one at 6 by 10.5, so that layered up on there. This one I used early espresso for the deer. This one obviously shaded spruce for the tree. But apart from that, they're almost identical. So, but don't they look pretty? And in here, obviously you could go in, then you could put some wording in here if you wanted to, or you could just leave it so that people could write in it. But I think when they stand up on the mantelpiece, they just give a little extra, ooh, that's a bit fancy. So yeah, so there you go. Aperture card without a die cutting machine, just using our everyday punch. If you like them and you want to get them done for Christmas, you want to pop them in your basket now, you just need the everyday label punch, some Whisper White cardstock. If you did this one or this one, you just need 1 ink pad. So that's shaded spruce or early espresso, and they are both, is it ink today? Yeah, they're on sale today with 10% off. Then you could get the punch, also on sale today, 10% off. And then you just need the papers. So it's a really simple, and a bit of ribbon. Really simple card, very easy to get done and dusted quite quickly. You can make, if you had the whole pack of papers, you could make so many different varieties. So, and it's only using a tiny bit of paper at each time. So yeah, you could get all your Christmas cards done just like that, and they'd all be a little bit different from everybody else's that's sitting on their mantelpiece. So all the links are below in my description. The sale is only on today, and it's only while supplies last, so get in there if you want them and grab them quick. Alrighty, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.